Shacklesack! Don't sneak up on me like that. Wait. Are you real?
What do you mean? Of course I'm real.
You nearly scared my tail off. But at least there's two of us now.
Two of us?
We're survivors, you and I. Last two living souls following the great devastation.
What are you talking about? There are plenty of people still alive.
No, there's not. Trust me, I looked. We're all that's left.
Where exactly did you search before deciding that you were the last man alive?
I checked the huts. Every last one.
All four of them?
Yeah. And guess what? Everyone's dead. I'll say it again. You and me, we're all that remain.
Who exactly are you, anyway?
I suppose a proper greeting is in order, seeing as how we're the only people left. The name's Moswen. I'm a fisherman, if you hadn't already guessed. Who are you?
I don't really know. It's a long story.
Right. And I'm the one with sand in my brain.
You searched 4 huts and declared yourself the last man alive? Why not look further?
No need for that. Only need to touch water once to know all water is wet.
That's really not how things work. I mean, I'm alive. Surely that proves you're wrong.
You think you can outsmart reality? Just look around you. Life as we know it has ended.
Life. That gives me an idea.
The way you looked at me just then, I'm not going to like this idea, am I?
I think you and I should work together. Undo this travesty. Start repopulating.
Is that so?
It would be a nice way to pass the time. The apocalypse is far more boring than I expected.
If the world is over, what are you planning to do now?
I'll probably just stay here and fish. Enjoy each sunrise and sunset until I die. Or the curse takes me. How are you planning to spend the end of days?
I plan to taste the pleasures of the flesh. Explore every delight this place has to offer.
You into grinding your junk against stone? That's all you're gonna find. I'm here though, and stone free. It's always good to see the other survivor. How are you?
I was wondering, could you teach me to fish?
Look at you! So eager to learn and grow despite everyone you've ever known and loved being dead. That's probably why you survived, come to think of it. Good thinkers with a will to live, like us, always survive. I'll teach you to fish, and I'll even do it for free. No use for gold these days anyway. Lucky for you, I have a spare fishing pole. It's right over there. Go ahead and take it, and then come with me to the door. Start. All you must do is grab my pole.
I thought you were teaching me to fish.
Not that pole, the fishing pole.
We can fuck later. Go on then. Take it out and cast your line into the water near that school of fish right there. Yeah, just like that. And now, we wait. I have to say, you look quite nice with that rod in your hand. Oh, well done, well done. There are all sorts of fish out there too. Probably more fish than there are people now. Watching you fish has me feeling rather pent up. Perhaps you feel the same way?
it anymore.
It's always good to see the other survive. How are you? The fuck a day keeps the curse at bay.
Come now, don't be shy. I mean it, don't. Finally. Good. I can't wait.
So it seems like you're stranded here on this island.
Yes, very observant. We've been here for an eternity.
Don't act like a damn thing. We've been here scarcely half a moon.
Does that look like a half-moon's construction to you? Anyway, are you spreading your legs, or is this yet another disappointment?
What do you know about the ruins just up from the beach? They look recent.
What is happening here? You want me to f*** you? I want to f*** you. Why are we still talking? Thank the gods. Yes, come here.
I just wanted to say how beautiful you look.
Thank you for the compliments, 2 legs. Allow me to buy you one in return. I want to ram my cock into your tight ass over and over until my seed pours down your legs.
How exactly was that a compliment? You know what? It doesn't matter.
Oh, you want to talk?
I couldn't help but notice your balls. Are they normally that large?
The same thing. No need to be coy about it. I want to nut you hard, 2 legs.
And what are you waiting for? Show me you're more than just one.
Yes, you will be mine, right here.
What brought you to this island? It's not like there's much here.
A long story. Are you really that interested, Two Legs?
Yes, I want to know. How did you come to be here on this island?
Very well. For 3 moons, we were guests in Lotus. We were essentially hostages to ensure that Libos honored a trade pact. Once free to leave, we made our way down the Euphorus, buying passage on several vessels, until the ship we were on posed here. We leapt at the chance to disembark.
Why, I thought you were carrying on to Libos.
Well, Eva discovered that the captain intended to sell us into bondage once we reached Wasid Hek.
I wasn't spying on the captain, if that's what you're thinking. She just talks in her sleep.
You were all held hostage in Naphos.
Well, we weren't free to leave, but it wasn't as bad as it sounds.
I must have rotted my way through half the servants in the palace.
Yes, well, some of us found it a more eventful stay than others.
Where will you go from here?
We are bound homeward to Libos. We have responsibilities we must return to.
I'm just looking forward to galloping after some fresh mares.
At least I have my responsibilities that require my return.
You're travelling with your siblings. Do you have a lover?
That's what we're headed home to find out. I think it'll be the Hipponter boy. What's his name? Likon. That's my guess for the circus peak.
It's Lycos, and I could do much worse than pairing with him. Much worse.
Oh, gods. Can you imagine if it was that Melanos brute? Ah, he'd break you in. Like, really break you in.
The thing the Formless are constructing. It's a boat, is it not?
It may not look like much yet, but yes. Soon it will be a fine vessel.
Why are you building a boat out here?
You ask why, but do you see any other way for us to leave this place? There are few worthy sea vessels on these waters. Plenty of small boats to travel the Euphorus River, but none able to brave the waters beyond. We need such a ship to safely return to Libos.
The Formless around here. Do they belong to you?
To our shame, yes. Purchased from a passing member of the Gilded Fold. Our kind would not normally hold another in bonds.
I agree. It is a shame. I mean, they can't even...
Eva, enough! Well, as I was saying, we intend to grant them their freedom once construction is completed.
Are the 3 of you related?
Indeed we are. Alkip, Kiras, and Eva of House Equirianides.
You'd never know we're related, given what little of an appetite Alkip has.
It must be tough stranded here with only your siblings. Perhaps I'd be better company.
Don't make me laugh. I can't recall the last time this old nag was in heat.
What my sister is trying to say is that unlike her, I don't spend every waking moment doing nothing but indulging carnal desires.
I'd like to trade. Show me what you have for sale.
Of course, Two Legs. Anything catch your eye?
So it seems like you're stranded here on this island.
Yes,
And the boat is to leave the island?
yes.
What do you know about the ruins just up from the beach? They look recent.
Nothing.
You don't talk much, do you?
He gets like that when he really wants to I think it's something to do with all the blood rushing somewhere other than his head.
Gets like that when he... Oh. You mean he wants to make a mare of me?
Yes.
Well, what are you waiting for? I need this more than they do. This could be useful. Whoa! More of them! I need this more than they do. They don't need it anymore. How many are there? This could be useful. How many are there?
Oh, good day to you. I haven't perchance seen two lads skulking off, have you?
I haven't, no. Did they steal something?
Steal something? Oh, heavens no. Just my son and her and my field hand. Always sneaking off to get drunk or enjoy other pleasures. It was not so long ago that near half the island was cursed. Yet they live as though the harvest will bring itself in.
Do you know why your son and field hand have been sneaking off?
Why? Oh, it's simple. A tale as old as the dunes. The young get swept up in fantasy. Can't see a childish fling for what it is. No more than the embers of youth. Naturally, I forbade it under my roof. My father, he kept me from such a mistake. Without him, I wouldn't have this farm. I just want the best for my son. I found Anhur a good match. A strong family on the mainland. Almost 4,000 cubits of arable by way of a dowry, huh? Not to insult your company, but I cannot stand around chewing the fat all day. The harvest isn't going to thresh itself. Would you kindly keep an eye peeled for my boy or the field hand? You'd have my gratitude, stranger.
I will. Should I see them, I'll let your son know you want him back at the farm.
My thanks, stranger. It's hard graft to work the field alone, huh? Oh, Anher takes after me in looks. You can't mistake him.
Handwritten note. Seems to be written by the son. Remains of a fire. Embers are cold. They haven't been here in a while. Not a clean death. I wonder what happened here. Oh, fuck. That could well be them. This is what killed the boys. All the other remains are animal. I wonder why it attacked them.
You're back. Did you find my boy? It's about time he returned.
Your son is not here. It seems that his relationship was not just a harvest fling after all. He and your field hand have eloped. They left a note.
They eloped? Let me read that. I see. Did I speak so harshly that he could not confide in me? I truly have become my own father. I didn't trust his decision. I was so afraid of seeing him hurt that I hurt him myself. At least in this note he says they'll return once wed. I shall make amends then. I'll start preparing the feast. Gift them my largest house. It's funny, this may be for the best. As long as my son is happy, that should be enough for me. Too easily we lose sight of what matters.
They don't need it anymore. I need this more than they do. They don't need it anymore.
Bloody magi. Oh, traveler. You may want to go back the way you came. Dangerous sorcery is at work here.
That doesn't sound good. What kind of sorcery?
The dangerous kind. Aren't you listening? Sorry, I'm just stressed out. According to the town patriarch, the magi placed a hex on this entire village some weeks ago. They thought the magi's vile promises to be nothing more than the ravings of a madwoman, but her spell work was apparently no ruse. Slowly but surely, the villagers noticed their desires beginning to fade into a dull nothingness, until their passions became extinguished entirely. Now they're left with no way to satisfy the curse, and it's only a matter of time before they begin to die, or worse, become a monster.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Thank Cathra. I was hoping you'd ask. I've tried everything in my power to handle this on my own, but nothing seems to work. The villagers and I settled for boarding them up in their homes to contain any who might turn. To keep everyone safe while I think of something. What I need is something to counteract the Magi's hex, and I have an idea. There's an elixir I've read about in the scrolls. It's a long shot, but such a potion is the only hope these people have.
Do you know where we can find the elixir?
Well, I don't believe the elixir exists anymore. Not in its completed form, anyway. Not far from here is the burial ground of an ancient warlord. And if the stories are to be believed, a recipe for the elixir may lay within his tomb.
What makes you think this warlord would even have something like that?
This warlord, whose name is recorded as Nergaal, was a powerful warrior who hoarded for himself a massive harem, hand-selected out of his conquests. He quickly grew frustrated with his inability to satisfy them all. So he gathered an entire coven of magi to create for him an elixir. An elixir that would give him unnatural lust and sexual endurance. The magi did this obediently, though once Nergaal was sure the elixir worked as intended, he put every magi to the sword, a testament to his cruelty.
If he killed the magi, what makes you think a recipe to the elixir is in his tomb?
Until the time of his death, Nergaal managed to recreate the elixir as often as he needed it. No doubt he knew the recipe and hoarded it for himself. He taunted others with his secret knowledge, and supposedly hid the recipe somewhere only he would think to look. Now, Nergaal had an odd obsession with death, going so far as to rule his little kingdom upon a throne within what he planned to be his eventual burial site. I have no doubt in my mind Nergaal would have hidden the recipe somewhere in his tomb.
Are you sure that this elixir will even help?
I pray that it can. If the legends are to be believed, such a powerful aphrodisiac will be able to counteract the hex and halt the progression of the curse. That's enough history for one day. I'll mark the location of Nergaal's tomb on your map. Hopefully you can find the recipe before it's too late. Has to be a way.
It says the pulp of a yellow fruit. Wait, did the warlord etch the ingredients to his elixir on the walls? Another ingredient! Looks like we'll need some fresh river water. Ugh, I can barely make these inscriptions out. Looks like we need something called Night Lotus? This one says I need semen. Why am I not surprised? The blood of a murderer? Well, that's awfully specific.
Good, you've returned. Did you find everything we need? You're back. Please tell me you found something we can use.
I found the recipe for the elixir, and even one of the ingredients.
I can hardly believe it. But then, the scrolls have never led me astray. So, what ingredients do we need?
We need the pulp of a yellow fruit, some river water, something called Night Lotus, and then semen.
Of course. We can get most of those nearby, but... Are you sure the recipe calls for Night Lotus?
I'm positive. Is that going to be a problem?
It might be.
Why is that? Is it rare or something?
Extremely so. It only grows in the dark and in places where its roots can feed off of latent magics in deep, wet places. Caves, usually. Sometimes cisterns. There has to be some Night Lotus nearby.
Do you know where we could find some?
Not for certain. There are a number of cisterns I know of, not far from here. I'll mark them on your map, and you can search them. I'll be surprised if you find any, but we've come so far in helping these people already. We can't give up hope just yet.
What about the other ingredients?
Yes. Remind me what those were again.
One of them was some pulp of a yellow fruit.
Okay, that one is easy. We have some here in the village you can use. Just grab one from the basket over there.
We need some river water too.
Another easy one. You'll have to go down the river and collect some water there. I think I remember seeing a jar on the shore nearby you can use.
And last but not least, we need semen.
Right. Well, honestly, no good lust draft goes without it. Surely I don't need to tell you how you can get your hands on some of that.
Find your way here. Come, join me by the fire. What brings you to my humble little hole in the ground, fated one?
What do you mean by fated one?
Oh, nothing. And everything. We are all fated, are we not? Though none are so fated as yourself. Your spirit burns darkly upon destiny's tapestry, my dear. Surely you know this,
I don't understand.
You will. You will.
I'm looking for a plant called night lotus. Have you seen any here?
How peculiar. Darkness, seeking darkness. It is the way with the void, I suppose. Wouldn't you agree? There is, in fact, night lotus in this cistern. But you knew that, didn't you? You could feel it, Go on, then. But one might wonder what you intend to use it for. Will you eat it as I once did? Will you partake of the power you need for the pinnacle moment of your existence in this world? Or will you use it to, perhaps... Yes, perhaps you will use it selflessly. Undo the dark sorcery wrought by Yours truly. I must admit, this particular choice of yours is as lost to me as a ship through the fog.
Wait, you're the one who cursed the village. Why?
Oh, for what reasons would you find my act satisfactory, Mirth, revenge, justice, petulance, duty, curiosity. What matters is that what's done is done, and thus, like a bead down a thread, you are here.
You meant for me to come here?
Meant for you to? Not so much as that. But I knew what I would do, and what you would do, and so, here we are. You cannot intend for the future to happen as it will, my dear. For it will occur how it will occur, despite any desire, or lack thereof, one way or another. What will you do? Oh, the pain of not knowing.
So this is the Night Lotus. I can feel the power coming off of it. This could be useful. I need this more than they do. I've collected everything we need for the elixir, even the night lotus.
Oh, thank the gods for you, stranger. Quickly now, hand them over. There's no time to waste.
This could be useful.
There is always time for questions, Vessel.